So we got hints of a damage control split, which I think, is kind of playing into the whole draft idea. So we saw that Bailey came out all super happy saying that she finally was being put into the women's number one contendership match, which I thought was kind of random because she was just going for the title against Bianca just like a couple months ago. But because she wasn't able to get the girlies a tag match. And I like to see this personality from Io and Dakota because you never hear them talk and they never really defend themselves. So I thought that was really cool because obviously damage control has just not been working as a unit, which is unfortunate.
It was, yeah.
And it's not even necessarily their fault.
No, it's not. They're booked
booking.
incorrectly.
Yeah. So they were saying that we want one of us to get a shot. So that ended up being Io Sky, and she was against Mia Yim and Piper Niven. And the most interesting part, I think, about this match was that the crowd was virtually silent when all three girls came out when the match began, but they kicked ass and put on a really great match, all three of them. And the crowd got super into it, like not like about midway through once they started doing like these really cool spots and stuff. It was cool to finally hear the crowd come alive. And because, it was like, oh, it's not Bianca, it's not Charlotte, it's not Becky, it's not, whoever. And so they tend to check out, which I think is just kind of ridiculous because just because it's not one of them doesn't mean it's not going to be a good match. It was a really good match by all three of them, and I was happy for all three of them. Io Sky won, which she deserved it. I mean, I like the other two. I like Mia and I like Piper. Don't get me wrong, but
I
Io
would
is
like to
just
see Mia Yim, but Io Sky you needed to
it's
go.
kind of like what I was seeing people say is that Mia fell victim to AJ Styles being hurt too, because that put the club on hold, which then put her on hold. And so she's just kind of been in this space of nowhere, basically. So it was really cool that she got this match. And then, of course, I would like to see Piper used more because she's, again, just like Io, they're underrated. So I'm very excited to see Io versus Bianca. They didn't say when that was going to happen, so we'll find out soon. But yeah, Io is too good to just be sitting behind, damage control and not getting shots because whatever. But like, she was really good in NXT. So you're not even listening to me.
I am listening.
No, you're not, because you're like thinking you thought of something, so you're like focusing on what you're thinking about.
But it has to do with what you're saying.
Yeah, but you didn't listen. Trust me, I understand. That's what my family does to me.
But hear me out. What if they're gonna take the title off Bianca with Io, and then you just have damage control vie for the title throughout the entire summer?
I mean, that depends on if they stay on the same show, though, and I don't think they will. I think they've hinted at them splitting. I think that the way they're going to split is either Io and Dakota get moved or Bailey gets moved. I think that's how it's going to be. I would be more inclined to believe that Io and Dakota get moved than Bailey, but
I would say, well, because Io and Dakota had a legendary feud in NXT, from what I remember. And I feel like if you got to do a triple threat match with them. That would be unbelievable. And when you do that triple threat match, you do it before the draft. And then Bailey goes to SmackDown. Oh, look who's Rhea's next opponent is. Boom. It's Bailey and Rhea. And then you have, for the women's title, you have Io and Dakota vying on Raw.